Chilling evidence in the murder trial of an Orchard Park man accused of beheading his wife. Good evening. Some of the strongest evidence yet against Muzamil Hassan surfaced in court today.
Today, the jury watched a chilling surveillance video from the day Aasiya Hassan was decapitated at the Bridges TV studio in Orchard Park. A detective took the witness stand, saying Aasiya met her death less than a minute after she walked into that building. Also today, Mr. Hassan, who's representing himself, wanted to call a new round of witnesses, including the judge.
News 4's Lori Schultz has been keeping everyone updated with her live blogs from inside the courtroom. That's Luke Moretti, but there's Lori Schultz. She's live with the latest now. Lori?
Yeah, Don and Jackie, I'm really getting the sense that prosecutors are starting to wrap up their case. Today, as you mentioned, they showed jurors that videotape from Bridges TV, that surveillance footage of the beheading. You know, it was really grainy, very dark, but you could see some shadowy type figures lurking about the building, and then an object, a circle that we later learned was Aasiya's head. Perhaps the most disturbing part for me, though, was when an Orchard Park police officer actually showed us the hoodie that Aasiya had on the night that she was killed. It was really tough to see just because very bloodstained, especially around the neck and the chest area. The defendant continues to represent himself, and today he really did give us a big hint on what we might expect when he presents his case.
That would not be common.
Jeremy Schwartz, legal advisor to Muzamil Hassan, says it would be unusual for a sitting judge to be called to testify in a murder case, but that seems to be Hassan's intention. This morning, Hassan revealed who he might call as potential defense witness, and that list might include Judge Thomas Franzak.
I don't think it would be common. I can't recall a particular case where it has happened.
This development drew the first bit of humor we've seen in the courtroom.
Well, he suggested that I would then be the judge.
Day 5 began with the defendant acting as his own attorney, demanding evidence from prosecutors that he says will show he killed Aasiya nearly 2 years ago in self-defense, adding, quote, this case is about who's the abuser and who's the victim. Prosecutor Colleen Curtin-Gable replied, it's crystal clear, Aasiya is the victim.
He's made his case clear that he believes that there are two sides to the story and only one side has come out.
For the first time, jurors saw grainy video surveillance of the beheading. It started with a clip showing a shadowy figure identified as the defendant moving about. An Orchard Park detective offered the play-by-play, while prosecutors pointed to certain objects, including Aasiya's head. Jurors showed little emotion.
A lot of the still photos were already shown, and I don't think anything that was shown was a surprise to anyone in the room.
Today, Hassan cross-examined 3 police witnesses. Each time, the objections came quickly. He continued, unaffected by his lack of legal experience. And Lori Schultz again live right outside Erie County Court, where the trial should be wrapping up for the day momentarily. Big question now is, once he presents his case, will he testify on his own behalf? That's the big question.